Hello, Radames. Hello, guys. Who's already here?
Good afternoon, teacher. Nazaret.
Nazaret, Ivonne, Cintia Karen.
Buenas tardes.
Mariela.
Sí, buenas tardes.
Mariela, good afternoon. Cristina, Radames, Estela. Okay, that's it. Radames, Cristina, Ivonne, Mariela, Estela, Nazaret.
Silvia.
Give me a second. There, thank you. Hello, Alex.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, teacher.
We're missing 5 people. We're missing Diana. Who else? Radames, Cristina, Yvonne, Cynthia, Mariela, Stella, Alex, Nazaret. And here comes Grisel. Here comes Grisel. We're missing Ixael, Diana, Ana Karen, and who else?
Joanna.
Joanna, yes. Okay. Well, we're going to begin we're going to be solving riddles. And they're going to be about Beowulf. So I'm going to begin sharing my screen with you. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Please, Radames, can you please read the first riddle? This one?
Yes. 4 dilly dandies tits out the other, 4 sticks dandies legs, 2 croakers horns, 2 lookers eyes, and a wig wag tail.
Thank you. Do you know what that is? It's a riddle about an animal. 4 teeth on the other, 4 legs, 2 crookers, 2 horns, 2 lookers, 2 eyes, and a wigwag, a tail.
A cow?
Exactly. Excellent, Rames. A cow. Now, this one is about, the next one is about a vegetable. So, Christina, can you help us read the next one?
When I am alive, that one?
Yes, please.
When I am alive, I do not speak. Anyone who wants to take me captive and cuts off my head, they bite my bare body. I do no harm to anyone unless they cut me first. Then I soon make them cry.
Thank you. So, what is it about?
Onions?
Onion?
Exactly, onion. Thank you. Now, Yvonne, can you read riddle number 3?
This one is about a creature and its home. Can you guess what it is? My home is not quiet, but I am not loud. The Lord has meant us to journey together. I am faster than he and sometimes stronger, but he keeps on going for longer. Sometimes I rest, but he runs on. For as long as I am alive, I live in him. If we're apart from one another, it is I who will die.
Thank you. Thank you, Yvonne. So, this riddle is about a creature and its home. The place
Is
where
it a
the
snail?
creature is a what?
A snail?
Snail? No.
B?
No.
Mouse?
No. Says, for as long as I'm alive, I live in him, in its home. If we part from one another, if they're separated,
Is the butterfly thing?
Turtle.
How you call it in English?
no, it is
A
Turtle?
turtle.
What?
Caterpillar.
No,
A turtle?
no.
A wife?
A wife, not quite. Did you give up?
The
A home is not
turtles, when they
quiet.
leave the mother, they kill the mother.
Okay, it's talking about a river. My home, it's not quiet, but I am not loud. The Lord has meant us to journey together. And it's talking about a river and a fish. If we part from one another, it is I who will die. Okay, and the last one, please, Cynthia Karen, can you help us to read the last one?
Can you guess this next one? There are a lot of these in this story of Beowulf. I am all on my own, wounded by the iron weapons and scared by swords. I often see battle. I am tired of fighting. I do not expect to be allowed to retire from warfare. Before I am completely done for, at the wall of the city I am knocked about and beaten again and again. Hard-edged things made by the blacksmith hammer attack me. Each time I wait for something worse. I have never been able to find a doctor who could make me better or give me medicine made from herbs. Instead, the sore gashes all over my body I have no idea what it is.
It is an object. It's an object of a warrior. It's an object that a warrior uses in battle.
A sword?
It's the, no.
It's a metal thing.
Oh,
Yes, a metal
I
thing.
forgot the name.
I don't know.
I forgot the name.
Shield?
Yes, exactly, a shield. Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, excellent. Welcome, Ana Karen.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Welcome. Now we're going to begin with the class
Never.
presentation. Are you seeing it now?
Yes.
Okay, just let me take a picture. There it is. Okay, now welcome to virtual session 2. And we're going to begin. As you read and watched the video, Unit 2 is about the Renaissance. It's a period that was next to the Middle Ages. And Renaissance is a French word that English borrowed, and it means rebirth, and more specifically, rebirth of art and learning. And the Renaissance began in northern Italy, in what is called now Lombardia. And here we have a visual metaphor of the Renaissance. As you can see, the roots of this movement come from the classical and the medieval ages. And it was across the whole continent, the whole European continent. So the roots of the classical and the medieval ages gave way to the Renaissance. And the Renaissance was the witness of the growth of city-states. And the Renaissance was fueled by travel and commerce. And the fruits of the bearings of the Renaissance movement was the art and learning. And of course, a very famous and important discovery, the discovery of America also, was fueled by the Renaissance movement. But what was the Renaissance? As we said, was a period following the Middle Ages, means rebirth of classical Greece and Rome. And what makes this period in particular was that it was the first period to name itself and say bad things about earlier times like the Dark Ages. We can see many important artists, Michelangelo, Raphael, Da Vinci, many artists in this short period of time that left a vivid image in humanity. As we said, it began in Italy and then it moved to Northern Europe. Now, with the rise of travel, trade, and literacy, because as you know, in the Middle Ages, people were illiterate. They couldn't read or write. But now people were literate. So the Italian Renaissance spread to Northern Europe. The art and literature changed as people of different cultures adopted Renaissance ideas. Also, a very important idea that the Renaissance gave humanity was that men were equal under the eyes of God. All men are created equal. And this Renaissance movement gave way to the independence movements of the US first, and then the whole Spanish America. Of course, our country, Mexico. In northern Italy, there was a very important city, which was Florence. And in Florence lived a very important family, the Medici, which were bankers. And Lorenzo de' Medici was considered the godfather of the Renaissance because he was the patron of so many important artists and also philosophers. The Medici was a wealthy family from Florence, and they paid artists, architects, and also philosophers to create new buildings, works, and also a new way of thinking. And all the artists from the Renaissance were inspired by Greek and Roman works. One of the most interesting aspects of the Renaissance was that it aimed to make cities beautiful. They intended to bring art to the public space, to the public sphere. So as we said, the Renaissance began in Florence and spread to the whole Europe, especially the northern part. Florence had banks, trading centers, and manufacturing. And merchants became the new class of aristocrats. Education and the arts became ways of showing wealth and had high importance. Also, a very important aspect of these people, the Medici, for example, was that they were interested in portraying their wealth through education, to educating, and also sharing the philosophy of the Renaissance to the whole public. Which philosophy? Especially values, love, compassion, etc. We're going to see about that in a moment. And one of the most important aspects of Italian architecture was they thought of the medieval buildings, the Gothic style of those medieval buildings are ugly and not pleasant to view. So they studied Greek and Roman designs using columns, arcs, and domes. And they brought those designs to their own houses, buildings, palaces, and also very public spaces. Another very important aspect of this period, the Renaissance, was that Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press in 1455. Why is this important? Well, the thing is, as you know, in the medieval ages, books were handwritten, especially by monks. So they were very expensive, but because they were handmade, and also they were time consuming. To write a book was time consuming, maybe a year or more. But with the printing press, you can print a lot of books in a short period of time. So it was faster and also cheaper. And this allowed, the printing press allowed for the spread of knowledge and ideas throughout Europe. Another invention of this period was the clock. The idea of quantification time developed. And now the whole universe came to be conceived in more quantifiable terms, hours, minutes, and allowed for more precise measurements. of time specifically, and changed the focus of daily life, which had priorly been guided by the rhythms of the church. And as I said earlier, one of the most important discoveries of this period was that Columbus discovered America during the final stages of the Renaissance. You may know about this also, how Copernicus attempted to prove that the sun, rather than the earth, is at the center of the planetary system. In the Middle Ages, they thought that the earth was at the center of the universe. But Copernicus said, no, there's a planetary system which earth is part of, and the earth is orbiting around the sun, which is a star. Other important developments during this period were many advances in the fields of chemistry and medicine. Antoine van Leeuwenhoek invented the microscope, and Isaac Newton invented the calculus. As you can see, they laid the foundations of modern science. And here you can see one of the most important paintings of this period, which was the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican City. Just a little joke. Food for thought. Mariela, can you please help me read the first idea? This one, please.
Okay, food for thought. It's not about looking at the world through our eyes, but looking at our world through their eyes.
Okay, what do you think about this idea?
It's not about looking at the world our eyes. I think it's just not talking about us, but putting it to the position of other persons.
Okay.
And talking about feelings, situations, problems,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I extracted these ideas from the video, activity 1. And the video about activity 1 was in part talking about history and how history, we tend to think of history as boring. And he says history is not about looking at the world of dead people from other centuries, but rather looking at our own world through other people's eyes, from their frame of thinking, from their ideas, to see how much have we advanced and what can we change to make our world better, to improve our own world. Thank you. Estela, can you read the number 2, please? Estela? Is Estela here?
Estela, está apagado el micrófono.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. The Renaissance built such great cities because of an idea that we are to what I can see the that word.
To a large extent.
We are to a large extent shaped by the character of the building around us.
Yes. What do you think about that?
Okay, I think mm,
What's your opinion about that idea?
mm, I think because architects or another educated people um, could see the art to the beautiful buildings. Mm,
Estela, what you have traveled to other cities, right?
uh-huh. Yes.
And which has been the city that you like the most?
Um, for example, I like the color example.
The what? Sorry,
Um, for example, Zacatecas. I
Zacatecas.
like it
Okay.
very much. Yes,
Why?
because because um, Zacatecas has beautiful uh, church, for example.
Churches. Okay. Cathedrals.
Uh-huh. And
Okay. And when you were in downtown Zacatecas, looking at those beautiful churches, those beautiful cathedrals, those beautiful buildings, how did that make you feel?
mm,
Amazed, surprised, motivated, inspired, fearful?
uh, beautiful. I
Okay.
surprised its construction.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Stella. Okay. I remember when I was 16 years old, we went to Oakland in the Bay Area, in the San Francisco Bay Area. If you don't know, Oakland is a very dangerous city. In fact, when I was living there, one of the streets, one single street of Oakland was the national leader in homicides. Picture that. So we went to Oakland, and you could notice by the buildings, by the graffiti, by the streets, that it was a very dangerous city. And all your body told you, hey, you better watch out here because it's dangerous. Uh, in the opposite side, when you go to a very beautiful place, you feel inspired, you feel safe, you feel amazed, you feel at ease, and you feel comfortable. That's the idea of the Renaissance builders, to create a very beautiful or picturesque scenario for public people, so they can become first comfortable, inspired, and in the hopes of that good environment will fuel other people to create many beautiful things, not only in architecture, but in poetry, in thinking, you name it. Okay, thank you, Stella. Alex, can you read number 3, please?
Yes.
Sorry, number four. Number four.
4.
Yes.
We are all creatures who love. So if you want to people to love something, you must first make it beautiful.
Thank you. What do you think about that?
Well, in my opinion, when they draw some people, they try to imagine or do or make a great work to try to express the beauty of this person.
Okay.
Sometimes they modify when they are drawing. The person was ugly. They change something to make it to make him or make her more beautiful because they appreciated
Mm-hmm.
the
Appreciate it,
beauty
yes.
appreciated the beauty of the persons, even the some how do you say paisajes land some
Landscapes.
landscapes. So they loves uh, to in this idea they focus in build how do you say monuments like to express some beauty, and the video talk about that to how they focus on express feelings and to transmit
Mm-hmm.
uh, feelings like love, how do you say love and beauty and and also and more feelings I don't remember right now. But we are all creatures who love. So if you want to people to love something, you must first make it beauty. So they, if they want to sell something or make something to another person, they try to do the best job to make it beauty. So articles, uh, bags, how do you herramientas? How do you say herramientas?
Tools.
Stuff,
Tools.
tools, and all of these uh, objects. I don't know what else. But they focuses on the art and the education and the buildings, of course.
Okay, thank you. Yes, as you said, people from this period of time, from the Renaissance, wanted to share their ideas. And they knew
Yes.
that a way to share the ideas was to make those ideas look beautiful. Somebody talk about something?
I just want to add something. I think that on this part, it's like remarking that when you are making art, any type of art, you need to first love it yourself so that other people can be able to like appreciate what you're doing.
Of course, yes.
To see the thing the
Oh,
way you.
Yes, of
teacher.
course. Yes.
I'm agree with my classmate because on the video explain us that the Renaissance, one of part of Renaissance is similar to nowadays. How can I explain that? When we search a photo on Facebook, we try to select the best photo to try to transmit how I beauty I am that am I. Oh,
Yes.
and so something like that is about in this time or uh, in this time was don't exist the photograph. or the pig. So they try to draw or to make something very very beauty, or check all the details to that reason, for this reason.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Ana Karen. We have only 3 minutes left on this meeting, so I'm going to close it and create a new meeting. Okay.
Okay.
I want to participate, teacher, in the other one.
Okay. Okay. Who is this?
Giselle.
Oh, Grisel. Okay. Thank you, Grisel. Okay. So I'm going to close this meeting and open a new one.
Monday.